Hello everyone, welcome to my war team video, and I will going over my entire war team and the occasionally subs I will use. Slot 1 is for my sacrifice bots, and this one has 4 lives, 3 revives, 2 come from G1, 1 come from the forge, and they do stack. And he's a fun bot to use when he wants to work, of course. The other sack bot is Lugnut, who has his mace, and the counter would be a leader 1 to this, and I have the forge on him, so that even if he dies before he reaches where I need him to go, I can have him, he can revive wherever it sends him, and I can jump to the other outpost I want to get to. It's pretty much a fun combo, and a shield is effective for FODs, but I can just pop in and have my shielded warrior tank the outpost, so it works. And my next one, where are they? Is Flame Moor or Afterbreaker, one of the best sacrifice bots they have. They have a great radius of what they can pop, and I have Growl on here too, so that Growl drops midway through, and sometimes he does not last always because FODs affect him, as he has a vulnerable shield. But when they're not around, it does work to keep installed, and I don't have to use my Shielded Warrior to drop first to tank all the damage and weight, but I can still deploy him even after that fact. And the last sack bot I will use is Dead End. I've shown this tactic a few times on my videos. If I can do it correctly, he does pop them all nicely. I think it's in one of my more recent ones. And Growl, same thing. And he does not take, he doesn't need to go that high in SA, to be honest, or special ability. I don't even have him at 11, and it's not really needed because he dies anyways. That's why he's a sack bot. The next one is going to be my shielded tank that's in this team. Any shielded tank would work, really. And I have him with Lead Maximal, which, when the sack bot dies, they walk to him at the bottom, and anyone that can get hacked will be hacked. Especially like the hack the bots who have Peacemaker or Tip Top. Those are very annoying to face. And he has acid to help with anyone who has like Barrow, Jays, any self-healing, so that it prevents it. And he does have some low DPS, but with Gabu or Bash, he has a total of 550 DPS, which is not bad for being a low DPS tank. He has over 60,000 health, which helps a lot, and he reflects, so there's that. The next bot in my lineup is the Electric Ant or Tasmania Kid. The Cryo ability isn't really that great, but I don't really use it because of that reason. I know it has a 5+ health, but with this alpha swipe, it does 12,682 damage, and if I use that, and you have Terror, Petra, this Prime Core, I don't want to say the name of it really, but it also helps. And I prefer the G1 just because it has a damage resistance, which is very helpful. On top of the general perk that gains like the damage absorption show for 15 seconds. So it saves a lot. And she's a quick damage dealer. And I have used her to path my team. Somewhat. It depends on the base though. Recently I did put up a video where I did do that. And so, yeah, she's a great asset to my team. The next bot I have have here is this one, who I recently sent the captain rank today. I think it was today. And Barrow with Quintus, it just creates a lot of sharks very quickly, which helps her because she don't have like a rush shield. You just gotta destroy something and give her the shield. So Barrow and the shield, that helps. And she's also there to help path my team, which, as I was talking about when I did the pathing with Cryo Ant, I ended up using her to keep my team going the same way. So it's pretty much a great support bot. And the next one's going to be Dreadwing, who is essentially a good shield generator destroyer. I like to pair him with Titan or someone else that can ignite the generator with them so it goes down. And I also like his G1 is like a miniature size explosion of Megatronus, the Prime Core, not the actual Prime. And I Singe on him just so it gains him a lot of health. And he does benefit from this because he directly strikes it, like Starscream, Jetfire, and any of those who do that. And this is only a 4-star who has 1,473 DPS, and I'm working at 5-star as we speak. So he's great overall. He's a good asset to my team. And now Breakneck or Smokescreen, one of the best gunners of all time, who has Nexus Prime, which my combiner will do more damage when I deploy him before him. I have combat on him, because typically I have teams of Elemental as my first team. He can snipe anything one shot under 50% health, which is actually very useful. You can just use someone who can make it go below half and it's all gone by him. So I do feel like he's better pre-patch. That's my personal opinion about it. And he's helpful for enemy bots, build bots, combiners, all that stuff. So it's pretty neat to have him. And the next one I will go, this is Demolisher or Overload, who has a dome that gives a team anti-hack and a 50% damage reduction. And that hack immunity helps against like bots like Cosmo, Mindwipe, Dredge, or any hack bots, Liege, just anything in general. It just helps save the team and so much. And the shield does stack with Aerial or this one. I don't know how to say the con name, but they do stack, so I've been able to keep them alive, keep my team mostly alive without having to use a medic really. I mean, using their ability. Also being a medic, just so they're healing my team. But yeah, so it really helps when I put them together. I saw the Max's core out, but it's almost done. The main part of it, I believe, is the 26% health, and the reduction speed is good, but it's only 5 seconds, so not that. And I find something interesting about him is that he is a tank, but he also has a lot of he has high DPS than a lot of range specials. Like, I think some range specials have lower health but high DPS, so he evens out. It may make my team look tanky, but it does the job of what I need him for. So that is pretty amazing in like every way. And I have him in my outpost, which grants anyone underneath it. It grants my defenses with the shield as well as anti-hack and what's so not. And last but not least, for my primary, Team setup, it would be Hook or Ratchet. They became the best medic with their buffs, and I gave this one SB Megatron or Prime, which is one of the best combats in general. So I need to fit on my team somehow, and I fit it that way. And I gave him Alpha Trion. It's good on any support bot. Self-explanatory. And Flyling had it, but because Hook overcame him, I decided to give him this. And he is also a general rank bot. And the other occasional ones I will use is Inferno or Leo Prime. He may have been nerfed, but he's still very usable. I think at max rank he does like 15,000 damage, and ranks do not update tooltips, but it will show in the battle. So he has the SB Megatron. Any minion to keep him gives him the passive range. His G1 increases ability, and he does help with pathing. I will bring him on certain bases so he can help me with pathing. That is the main reason I bring him. And there was a beast that had these split walls, so that I used him for that race so my team would go mostly around and not split up like crazy. And he does have the attack and move speed of 10 seconds. Another one who I will bring into this team is Rodimus Unicronus or Autobot Inferno. He gains 30% extra health, so I have saved him that way during the battles, and he gives a 50% increase to all DPS and ability damage for 10 seconds. So let's say you do him with Aerator Slipstream and then you ignite that bomb. It will go for, I think, somewhere around 15 to 16,000, I believe. And I have him with this warrior shield because I gave my grouper bot the core he had, Skyboom 2, and Skyboom does work for them. It's very nice. Let's see, another one I will use is Wild Rider or Blue Streak. He is an amazing gunner in general. I like to combo him with Smokescreen or Breakneck, especially around especially within the generator cluster. So like I have Wild Reduce it below half or instantly destroy it depending on the time I use him. But if I can make him do it under half, the other sniper just finishes it off as they can go under 50, as they can actually be anything under 50%. And I have this gunner core that sort of increases his damage. He's a major, so that's 6,963. It's doing more than that. I'll need to calculate what it would be, and he has a 3+3, so he's cheap and not too bad. And I think, oh yes, him. Knockout or Skids, he is very dangerous. I like to pair him with Rodimus Unicronus because I think it's making him do 30,000 damage. My math may be incorrect, but I believe it would be somewhere that or a little lower than that. So I like to sack it, hack them, and then put then Rodimus, and then put acid all over them, as it does the 3 times ability damage to minions, outposts, all that good stuff. And then bomb burst I will use 2 on certain bases, especially in front loads when I have like 2 miniguns trying to melt me down. So I will go ahead and use them to reduce the range. So pretty good. 4+ may seem like a lot, but the 25 seconds, it evens out, I feel like. And is there anyone else I use a lot? I think. Oh, one more bot. Cutthroat or Trax. I do have his 5-star. I need a level still, but his smoke does grant 70% reduction in the last 20 seconds, and the difference between this one is that it goes up to 21 seconds, 15% faster, tiny speed bar. I have been hooked up with Primer and Fractures or Nightstick, and it's a great combo for Primer. And I believe he's doing like 1.4 DPS, but I did not include the ranks when I was doing calculations earlier today. And like I said before, like Bomb Burst, or the counter that is Metal Hulk, but 2+7, it is not as bad as you think, because if you use it wisely, you should only need to use it like twice. So it evens out. Just play your cards wisely with this one. And let's see. I just have one more, just remembered. Crankcase or Hoist. I do like to use these to get my no medic quest done, and they can do it. They just need to be high level to help me do it. And it's mostly in Cyber I try to get the no medic quest done, or our easy wars. Either way. So he gives 100% attack speed and recover 554 health. The total is 5,543, and have guilt or stripes on him, so that he's healing that way as well. I need to keep upgrading this core, but other than that, that is most of what I used for Daily Wars. And that's all I have for you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day, and see you later.